I'm good. I'm making another video, as I said I would. I'm doing a tarot reading for Monique and Salvatore. Um, they're Australians who have YouTube channels. Salvatore has a channel which is Salvatore has a YouTube channel which is called Chosen 144. Monique, who is his wife, Monique is the wife of Salvatore. Her YouTube account is called Light144. So, let's start off with a tarot reading. I'm not going to ask any questions. Just, a reading for Salvatore and Monique. I just dropped whatever. Okay. Okay, so Salvatore and Monique, a reading for you. Yeah? I think maybe I should change my tarot deck. Doesn't shuffle very as well as I'd like, but whatever. Salvatore and Monique. Okay, Six of Swords. Temperance. The Lovers. Three of Pentacles. Judgment. So, Six of Swords, moving on. Temperance. The Lovers. Three of Pentacles. Judgment. So, I'm God. And what the fuck is Salvatore and Monique? Who are they? What are they? Well, they don't believe in God, the God of the Bible. They believe in frequencies and manifestation and 144 because they think it's a magic number that they should use. That's what they think. Monique is a Leo. That's her sun sign. And Salvatore is a Sagittarius. So Six of Swords, you see, these are people who are running away. They're in a boat. They're not exactly, but they are going away. It's like, bye-bye. We don't want to know you. This is the thing. I'm God. This is the Six of Swords. The major arcana, number 6, is the Lovers. Okay? It depicts Adam and Eve and the serpent in the Garden of Eden. That's what the depiction is. It's supposed to depict Adam and Eve and the serpent. And what was the story about Adam and Eve? Well, Adam and Eve betrayed God. So, the magic of the Lovers card is, it's called The Lovers, but it's about betraying God. And you can see right here, this is the Six of Swords. The swords is to do with logic and communication. And what are they doing? Well, they're going away. They're like, bye bye, we're going somewhere else. Temperance. Well, this is a Sagittarius card. It's also, it can be interpreted as balance, and it can be interpreted as art and alchemy. That is the most common interpretation of it. It depicts Archangel Michael, and and obviously the word temperance is, it's is to do with moderation, isn't it? So and so it's a Sagittarius card. The last girlfriend I had, she wasn't the last person I had sex with, but she was my last girlfriend, which was when I was 24 years old. I think I met her when I was about 23, 22, 23, 24, something like that. I knew I knew her for probably about 2 years before we separated. She's a Sagittarius, and I'm a Scorpio. So here's, Six of Swords and the Temperance card. Yeah. And Archangel Michael is behind me. Yeah, and then we have the Lovers card. And then we got the Three of Pentacles, people working together. And Judgment. Get some more cards. Ace of Cups. The Hierophant. Two of Cups. Oh, hang on. Let me just... Oh, did I... Oh, I've mixed the cards. Hang on. I don't do reversals. I mean, I don't... I've somehow managed to get them mixed together. Yeah, let me just get these the right way around. I keep making this mistake for some reason. Don't worry, we have plenty of tarot readings to happen in this video. If you think I've messed this one up, well, we can do another 3 or 4 until we get until it's very clear what's going to happen. I don't want to waste any more of my time on a pair of parasites, to be quite honest. Scum of the earth. Okay, I've got all my cards sorted out now. So where were we? We got after the Judgment card, we have the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. So let's get some more cards. Seven of Cups. King of Wands. Page of Wands. Maybe I should get another deck. This is really pissing me off. Right, the Chariot. These cards shuffle like shit. They really do. Right, Seven of Wands. Eight of Swords. Don't, you fucking cunt. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Ace of Swords. Queen of Swords. I don't... What the... Hang on. Let me just check these cards again. How the fuck? Am I just... Sorry, maybe I... Yeah. Hang on. What the fuck? How did that happen? I don't understand how I managed to get the cards messed up again. Or maybe I missed some last time when I checked. I don't know. What a fucking pain in the ass. Stupid fucking... Right. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get another deck because this deck is really pissing me off. It's, yeah, it just doesn't shuffle very well, and it's, you know, I need a bigger deck. I need a deck that's better at shuffling. Anyways, Six of Swords, Temperance. So this is the thing, you know, run away from God, do your magic tricks. The whores and the whoremongers, yeah, the scum of the earth, trash heads, who work together, Judgment, Ace of Cups, you know, whatever that means, a cup full of crap, torn arses, the occults, the torn arse cult, the trash heads, the shit of cups, the Two of Cups, yeah, and the illusions and fantasies and bullshit. King of Wands, Page of Wands, the Chariot, Seven of Wands. It's all sex magic and bondage magic, talking crap. Ten of Pentacles, just a gigantic pile of crap. Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, talking crap, sore arses, Queen of Swords, yeah, Magic, 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 bin magic. I'll do it again another day. Okay, I've got the Tarot Illuminati deck. Give that one a go, shall we? Try to roll my cigarette. So, let's do a reading for Salvatore, the Australian guy. Yeah, Salvatore, the Sagittarius guy. Okay, Salvatore. Prince of Cups. The Hermit. Four of Swords. So, what does that say to me? You're a sex magician. Prince of Cups is the Knight of Cups. What does that mean? So, if you're having a night of anal sex, well, you're doing a night. You're riding. It involves water because douching and enemas. The Hermit. So I don't know who has a Leo. I don't know who has a Virgo placement. If this has maybe someone has a Virgo moon or something, or maybe a Virgo rising. I don't know, something like that. I'm a Virgo moon. Archangel Michael Jackson, he was a Virgo. Paul Walker, he was a Virgo. The Hermit. Well, the name her, it suggests, but now you got the Four Swords. Someone lying down. Are you lying? Are you talking? Are you telling lies, or are you're lying down in bed, or both? You'd probably do both, don't you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Empress. So lying down with the Empress, the woman. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Well, it's interesting how the Two of Swords comes out while I was thinking about the fact, well, here we have what looks like two women. There's two different, are these two different women? Is this talking about a threesome? Two of Swords. Temperance. Take these. Prince of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Three of Wands. King of Wands. So what does this look like? Salvatore has been involved in a lot of sex magic. A lot of sex magic. Prince of Cups. The Hermit. Four of Swords. The Empress. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Temperance. Prince of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. So, this is to do with passion. The Prince of Wands is to do with fire and passion. It suggests sex. This suggests that you've had a sex with a lot of women. Eight of Swords. So there's been like binding magic, bondage. Three of Wands. Well, Three of Wands it's a sodomy manifestation magic card, isn't it? And then you got King of Wands. So basically, all you are is you've done a lot of sex magic. That's all I see. A lot of sex magic. Let's do another reading for Salvatore. Yeah, there was Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck there. It gives me the the impression that you're a sadistic fuck. You're sort of sadomasochism. That, yeah, BDSM. You're well, that's what you are. You're I guess sadistic. You're something like that, right? That's your whatever floats your boat, right? That's what floats your boat, probably. I don't know. You're a sex magician. So Salvatore. So what's going to happen to Salvatore? What is this? Where is the justice? I want to see justice. I don't want to hear about the guy being a sex magician. I want to know, where does this go? Seven of Wands. 2 cards. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Got 3 cards. The Hanged Man, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands. The Sun, 6 of Cups, Princess of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. And then we got 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. So tired of this shit. 7 of Wands. Well, what does 7 of Wands mean? You know, it's a guy making a stand against 6 of Wands. Well, looking at the 6 of Wands card, which was on the bottom. No, it was, yeah, the 6 of Wands. I mean, it's all about, these are sex magic cards, right? You know, the Chariot is where you ride, yeah? It's the 7 of Wands, right? So you get into your bed and you have a ride, yeah? 7 of Wands. You know, it's all sex magic shit. You know, I'm God, I'm trying to stand up for myself, and people are, what are they doing? They do sex magic, and then they try to pretend that they're God. They try to think like, oh, I'm just standing up for myself. I'm just trying to reclaim my power. And then behind closed doors, you're doing a load of sex magic. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. So there's a sneaky deception, theft, the Hanged Man, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Sun, 6 of Cups, Princess of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Well, you know, to me, this is saying, you know, you're a sex magician. Salvatore, you're a sex magician, and you're trying to, you are, you know, it's my sexual fantasies, right? You are living the life that I wanted to live, right? So you're living, you have a sex life, the kind of sex life that I wanted. That's what these cards are saying. You know, that is my destiny. That is what is meant for me. The Wheel of Fortune. It's what belongs to me, God. But you want to live my life. And these cards are really pissing me off, because I don't particularly want you. I don't give a shit. I don't want to make some kind of appeal to you like, oh, Salvatore, would you just stop being a naughty little boy? You know, what do I really want? What is it I really want, Salvatore? Well, I want you to, well, I can't say. I couldn't possibly say, could I? I wish the absolute worst for you, Salvatore. Let's put it that way, shall we? I have no interest in ever listening to any apology that might ever come out of your mouth. I simply don't give a shit. I hope you die in a fucking car crash, you cunt. You literally are the scum of the earth. That's what you are. And I want nothing to do with you. I simply want you to vanish. That's my wish. You've driven me to complete insanity. I mean, technically, I'm alive, I'm breathing, but I don't. I don't really like, I hate my life. I hate it so fucking much. And scum like you get to sit there and talk a load of shit while people subscribe and hit the notification button and click like and hype your videos and subscribe to your shite. That's what I've got to watch. That's what I've got to sit here and watch. Day in, day out, trying to prove that you're a complete dickhead, that you're nothing but total crap. You're a gigantic pile of shite, talking shite all day long. Let's get another reading for you. Seriously, I'm so tired of this crap. Salvatore. I'll tell you what, what's the advice for me? What's the advice for me, Grant Salvin? What's the advice for me? What does the spirit, what's the message to me then? 9 of Wands. Keep going. 9 of Wands. Keep going. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm getting ready. Yeah, I got butterfingers, haven't I? Right, so we got the 9 of Wands. Let me just get a bit more comfortable here. Should give me a second. Let me have a drink. I think I might go back to drinking whiskey. I always used to be, well, when I was younger, I was an alcoholic. Basically, yeah, I guess I was, yeah. Well, I like to drink every day. You know, might have been 1 or 2 or 3 drinks, sometimes more. But now I don't really drink very often, but, you know, I don't know why I don't just go back to being a total alcoholic and just destroy myself. The truth is, I don't think I'll ever enjoy my life ever again. That's the truth. It's the scum, pieces of shit that won't let me live my life. That's why. 7 of Wands. Okay, these cards just fell out. Yeah. Okay, then we'll fucking take them. Yeah. So we got the Hierophant. We got the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Prince of Wands. So what does this say to me? It's saying that I should carry on, 9 of Wands, standing up for myself, 7 of Wands, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and Prince of Wands. So that, what is that saying to me? It's saying that I should carry on, and that, you know, I should try to live the life that I want to live, which is have a sex life. Prince of Wands. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Sex. Yeah, the High Priestess, right? I can't remember which way those cards went around, but whatever. Who gives a shit? You know, if I was the leader of a country, if I was the leader of this country or the world, if I had control of the police and the army, I'd send out the fucking death squads. That's what I'd fucking do, right? That's what I'd fucking do. Because I hate people so much. I could probably think about 50 people I would want to round up, and I'd just throw them into a bonfire if I had. Seriously. I'm not even joking. There are people I hate so much. They're so evil. Total fucking scum. So we got the Ten of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune, Prince of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Swords. So whether the High Priestess is maybe talking about a woman or woman, you know, and Ten of Swords is about ruin, or it's, you know, this is to do with intuition and you know, it's destroying people with the truth, one or the other. That is what that's saying, you know, it's one or the other. And we got the Two of Pentacles. Two of Cups. So that suggests this is supposed to do with sex. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You know, my justice, because I'm God, my justice, what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be that I'm supposed to have multiple women. Yeah, and there's going to be a woman. There's going to be a bunch of women and be like, "Oh, it's unfair." So God's, you know, why does Grant get to have, you know, lots of different women that he has sex with? You know, he's a. Oh, and there's the Ten of Cups. It's all to do with justice. It's the fact that I've been betrayed by so many people, and the fact is that, and also I guess the point is that if I had one woman, she would just try to steal everything from me anyway. I don't even know why. You know, this what is supposed to be destined for me. I don't even want it anymore because I hate people so much, and I don't, you know, I just don't think it's compatible with me anymore. I'm 38 years old. I feel like I might as well be 60 years old, to be quite honest. That's how I feel. And then we got the Seven of Cups. So, you know, fantasy, multiple choices, sexual fantasy. And then we got the Star. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles. So, yeah. So that's apparently what my reading says. It's just saying Carry on, standing up for yourself, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, Prince of Wands, so, fire, passion, intuition, woman, Ten of Swords. This is to do with ruin. It's destroying people with the truth, and it's also sexual fantasy as well. And then we got the Two of Pentacles, juggling, that could be, mixing, it's juggling things, whether it's, having multiple women, or it's contrasting different things and showing how and destroy, basically just making people look like total clowns, because that's what they are. Yeah, the world's full of scumbags who want to lie and talk shit all day long, and they make total fools of themselves. And what I do is I expose them, right? But anyway, you've got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, and then the Seven of Cups, the Star, Seven of Pentacles, which is basically, multiple choices. It's fantasy, sexual fantasy. It's doing what it's doing what makes me happy. That is what that is suggesting, right? That is what that is suggesting. But I'm not interested. I'm quite honestly, I'm not interested, because it's kind of like, imagine you imagine it was your birthday, yeah, and you invited a bunch of people to celebrate your birthday with you, but they, instead of celebrating on your birthday, they want to celebrate it 360, they want to celebrate it 6 months later. Or you go to you go somewhere, you order, go to a restaurant, and you order breakfast or something like that, and then it arrives at dinner time. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't want it now. It's kind of like, you made me wait so long for something that it's pointless now. Like, what I wanted then is, it's like, it's too fucking late for that now. I mean, imagine, you have a party, a house party, you invited everybody, and they were all supposed to be there at like 8 o'clock, but they all decided to turn up at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're in bed, when you want to go to sleep. It's like, what are you doing? Like, this is bad timing. It doesn't work for me. Fuck off. I'm not interested anymore. It's too fucking late. But this is all demons are trying to do. It's all about delaying. Delay, 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 and stress me out until time is run out completely, until there's nothing left. That's what this is all about. Ruin me and piss me off, annoy me and stress me out, and make me wait. And wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I don't even know why I do this anymore. I don't even know why I sit here posting videos all day and recording this video, or the videos that I've recorded. I mean, why do I bother? I may as well just walk away at this point, because it's pointless. Even if I manage to convince people that I'm God and that I'm deserving of a certain type of life, it's too fucking late. It's way too fucking late. I'm living a life I don't want to live anymore. It's a total failure. This is a complete failure, as far as I'm concerned. The only way this could get fixed is by some miracle, something manages to change. Like, I mean, it does say in the book of Revelation, it says, that, certain people will be given new bodies as an example, right? Maybe I'll wake up one day and be like, look in the mirror and I think, wow, I'm a very attractive looking man. Wow, and I feel really healthy and I'm horny. I'm ready to go. Oh yeah. Um yeah, maybe by some miracle, maybe I'll wake, maybe that's supposed to happen to me someday. But I don't have the magic switch where it's like I push it and it happens. Whenever that's supposed to happen, I don't know. Will it happen? I don't know. For all I know, whoever wrote that was thinking about, computer games or, the World of Warcraft, oh, we'll be given new bodies. Oh, right, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen, but I think I've lost hope because I live in a world where people only want to stop me from being happy because they feed off of my misery. And that's it. That's all I get. A bunch of horrible cunts who want to feed off my misery again and again and again and again. And it doesn't matter how much truth I show them, they don't care. Might as well be killer robots. You might as well be, killer robots connected to Skynet. Yeah, you'll think it's fucking Terminator Day. Yeah, it's all about kill and destroy and steal what doesn't belong to you. I really don't give a shit whether I live or die because I can't. There's the things that I wanted to enjoy, I feel like I would not enjoy them anymore. There isn't a day that goes by I don't feel humiliated or gaslit. That's all my entire life, it's all about that. It's just constantly feeling like I've been gaslit. Um, and who the fuck wants to live a life like that? Anyway, Salvatore, let's do another reading for you. Let's see if these stupid fucking cards could actually give me something I want to read. Yeah? I'm well aware you're a sex magician trying to live my life. I know you're a thief and a liar and a cunt. Yeah, I know that, Salvatore. I don't need the cards to keep telling me that. What I want to know is... Right, we got the Ten of Wands. I want to hear something that makes me... I want to see something that makes me feel good. I want revenge. That's what I want. Ten of Wands. What else we got for Salvatore, huh? Ten of Wands. Eight of Swords. Well, to me, that is just, this is more sex magic stuff. This is all this looks like to me, right? Ten of Wands, hardcore, yeah? Eight of Swords. Oh, look, you tied someone with some rope. Yeah. Sex magic, sex magic, sex magic. Nine of Swords. Prince of Swords. Or Knight of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Three of Cups. And Five of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. So, you know, we're just going around in circles here now, aren't we? You know, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, how do you do that? Oh, right, sex magic. 9 of Swords. Yeah, cruelty, sadomasochism, that kind of shit. Yeah, BDSM, cruelty. You know, woman in the bed, she's like, oh no, I don't feel so good. You know, that's why, you know, people mix pain and pleasure, don't they? Yeah. Prince of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Five of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. The Lovers. So all that says to me is you're doing lots of, it's just sex. All I'm seeing is sex magic. 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, that's sex magic. Prince of Swords talking, and then there's the Three of Pentacles, obviously, because you got a YouTube channel, that's a Three of Pentacles. You know, you got, you know, 7,000 subscribers, or 80,000 subscribers, or 79,000 subscribers, or whatever, right? That's the Three of Pentacles, right? You're doing the Three of Pentacles, right? Working together. Two of Pentacles, right? You're mixing things. Yeah, on, you know, YouTube, U2B, yeah, U2B, yeah, so there's two of you, and you're putting out all this crap on YouTube, or your alchemy, or your magic videos, talking garbage. Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Wands, so there's this competition. You know, this is also sex magic, you know, because 5 is associated with the Hierophant and Taurus. You know, it's magic battles. 7 of Pentacles, the Lovers. I mean, here we go again. So I'll tell you what, seeing as tarot is almost completely fucking useless, let's try a different deck. I've got the Kipper and I've got the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's do a reading for Salvatore. Seduction is the first card. Isolation. It's interesting, that's a Saturn and Virgo card. So I guess it's similar to the Hermit card. Convention. This stupid card again. Yeah, Convention. Independence. loss, submission, risk, publicity, speculation, and restlessness. There we go. Optimism, enthusiasm, now, I don't know what I have to say or do to get this problem solved. It's really pissing me off. Idealism, order, fortune, power, resistance, inspiration, endurance, practicality. So, and then we got choice on the bottom. So I don't know what the fuck to say about these cards again. So we got seduction, isolation, convention, independence, loss, submission, risk, publicity, speculation, restlessness, optimism, enthusiasm, idealism, order, fortune, power, resistance, inspiration, endurance, and practicality. Well, all I can say about this bunch of cards is that I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. And I really don't fucking care either, because it seems to me, I mean, this is the thing, right? Because obviously Salvatore and Monique will put out videos and they'll claim that I'm a fraud, and that, saying things like, oh, the dark demons that I've been working with um, have thrown me under the bus, kind of thing. And well, I'll be quite honest with you. That's kind of how I feel. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in any way. That's absolutely how I feel. Yeah. I've been failed. Yeah, I've been failed. I've got a house full of garbage, mold and grime, dirt. I've got gardening to do. I've got a house. I've got a car. I've got to sort out. Um, Bitcoin is, my financial future is um, is, it's it's all uh, you know, I need Bitcoin to make me some money. I need to see Bitcoin go a lot higher if I'm ever going to have. Otherwise, basically, my financial future is not going to be as great as I was hoping. Um, yeah, something like that. It's at $60,000 a Bitcoin at the moment, and yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, in its performance recently. Seems everyone just wants me to be poor. Um, but the fact is that having lots of money is fucking useless if you don't want to live a life. If you don't actually want to be alive, then money, it really doesn't mean much, to be quite honest. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm just tired of reading cards that say, "Oh yeah, sex magicians doing sex magician shit. Sorry, God, we can't help you." Because people who do sodomy and BDSM and witchcraft and um, alchemy, it's whoever's the best alchemist wins. Yeah, and unfortunately, who am I going to do sex magic with? Well, there isn't anyone for me to do sex magic with. So I guess I lose then, don't I? That's right, I lose. It's too fucking late anyway, and I don't fucking care. Um, I don't give a shit what you think about me. I don't give a shit about that. All I want is to see you suffer. I want to see your life fall apart. That's really all I'm living for, is seeing your destruction. That's the only reason I carry on doing what I do. And it feels to me like I've hit a brick wall because stupid cards tell me basically worthless information. Enthusiasm, optimism, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about you at all. I really hate you. All I want to hear is that, I want to hear something terrible is going to happen to you. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. I want to, you know, I want to, I really I haven't got any time for any of your bullshit. Yeah, I'm not interested in any aspect of your personality. I really couldn't give a shit about that. Um, all I want is revenge. And if the spirits aren't going to do anything, if they're simply just going to watch me die, well, so fucking be it then. Um, I don't fucking care. Because I'm not dedicating any more of my time to this crap. I'll go do something else. I genuinely have had enough. I've had enough. I'm not I'm not gonna keep fighting a battle. I feel like I'm one guy. I'm one against billions of people who all want my destiny. And I am fucking sick of it. And I'm fucking tired of it. And I just want to fucking leave. Yeah, that's really all I want to do. I want to stay away from people and I'll do my own thing until my body dies, and that'll be that. Um, maybe I'll take a holiday. Maybe I'll play some computer games. Maybe I'll get drunk. There's a bunch of different things I could do to keep myself entertained, maybe for the next couple of years or something. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. There's really nothing else apart from that. I don't want any friendships. I don't want any relationships with anybody. Because I wouldn't trust anybody anyway. Um, it seems completely fucking pointless trying. Um, and that's it. It's like, well, obviously, these cards, it talks about, obviously these cards are open to interpretation. You would interpret these cards completely different than I would. And so, it, I know what it means. I'm very happy. I'm how I understand the cards. I'm very happy. I'm I'm confident in what I know. The thing is that, well, if I'm God and Archangel Michael is supposed to be the leader of God's army, what the fuck is what is God's army doing then? Yeah, what's the who is if I'm supposed to have angels that will fight battles for me, then what are they doing? What are they doing? It's a good fucking question, isn't it? It's a really fucking good question. I feel like I look like a complete fucking idiot. And that's me being honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's exactly how I feel. I feel completely abandoned. And I feel like I'm being tricked or cheated somehow. I've tried to figure out what's happening and what's supposed to happen. I've tried to do the best I can. I've really tried to understand who these ghosts are that are around me and what they're doing and what's all this magic people keep doing against me and how to fight it and what to do about it. But, I'm not going to keep banging my head against a fucking brick wall here because I've been doing that for a very long time already. And if my spirit team aren't going to do anything about it, and they're simply just going to watch a bunch of sex magicians ruin planet Earth, a bunch of degenerate scumbags steal, kill, and destroy, well, so fucking be it. Why am I going to fight for something I don't even want anymore anyway? If there were, if there was 10 really hot women who turned up on my doorstep and they wanted to have sex with me, that wouldn't fix my problems. That wouldn't fix me. That would not make me feel happy. I mean, maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a bit, but the fact is, I'm traumatized. That's the thing. I am traumatized. And who the fuck is going to fix me? Who's going to fix that? Who's going to fix me? Who can do that? I don't feel like anyone can do that. feel completely broken. So if you wake up one day and you find the world's on fire and everyone's dying, you probably think it was someone else who did it. All right, you probably think, yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, I don't fucking care what you think, to be quite honest. If an asteroid or a meteor or a comet or some large, yeah, just something comes out of space and just crashes into Earth, everyone dies. Hey, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Right? I don't. Life to me has been nothing more than a sick joke. That's all it is to me. And quite honestly, I'm tired of caring. I'm tired of fighting for something that is so shit. I mean, the thing is that my life changed. See, when I used to, yeah, because when I was younger, I was sociable. I was, I like to go clubbing. I like to party. I like to spend time with people. It was only when I quit my job in IT in 2016 and I went hermit mode. I went home and I decided I was going to focus on trying to make money trading Bitcoin, and I stopped socializing with people. And that's when I sensed I was being watched. I was being followed. I was I felt under attack. And I actually got attacked by demons. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened. Maybe I should question whether I'm God. Maybe you're God, Salvatore. Maybe it's you. Yeah, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you and your whore, Monique. Yeah, maybe you're the god and goddess of the new world. Yeah, that's what you are. Yeah. And I'm just a piece of trash waiting to be disposed of. Yeah. I'm a fraud. Yeah, I must be a liar. So, hope you didn't see my thingy. I'm not wearing any underwear. There's nothing down under. There's nothing there. Yeah, there's no underwear. Hopefully, I don't think you did see it, but um, that's always the danger of yeah recording a video without any underwear on. Yeah. So let's get some more cards, shall we? Let's get some more stupid cards. So, yeah, whatever. Just, yeah, I'm just bored. Let's, shuffle some cards. See what kind of stupid message we can get. Oh, we got the Five of Cups. We got the Five of Cups. What does that mean? What's the interpretation of the Five of Cups? Oh, right, yeah. Someone's not happy, yeah. And then we got the Five of Pentacles. So, people think of that as, well, being left out in the cold. Financial hardship could be another interpretation of that. And then we got the Justice card. So, yeah, so we got, and then we got the Prince of Wands. So we got the Five of Cups. So what is this? What's this saying? So I'm unhappy. Five of Cups. Left out in the cold. And then we got the Justice card. So perhaps I'm suggesting it's that, I could interpret that as I'm sad. I feel left out in the cold. And there's justice. So, is this saying that I should be upset and left out in the cold? Or what is it? What is it we're saying here? We got the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands. And then we got Death. Prince of Wands. Death. The Wheel of Fortune. Prince of Swords. Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords. Three of Swords. So let's stop. We've got Prince of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's go through it again, shall we? Five of Cups. Five of Pentacles. So sad and left out in the cold. Justice. So there's the Lady Justice. Well, I don't see any ladies around here, do you? So Lady Justice. Yeah, we got Justice. We got the Prince of Wands. Prince of Wands. Death. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, I don't know how to interpret that. I mean, I could interpret that in many different ways, but I feel like I'm not getting justice. Yeah, this Lady Justice. I ain't getting justice. That's the thing, right? I ain't getting justice. No one gives a shit about my justice. Prince of Wands. Death. Well, I'm a Scorpio. Prince of Wands. Death. The Wheel of Fortune. Prince of Swords. Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords. And the Three of Swords. Okay, let's get some more cards then. I mean, I could just sit and interpret that. I could try to interpret that in a way that is, yeah. I mean, I could try. There are multiple interpretations of what those cards mean. I really don't care, if I'm being honest. I'm tired of interpreting a bunch of crap. We got the Fool. the Tower, the Devil. The Fool, the Tower, the Devil. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles. And then we got the Hierophant. Six of Cups. Two of Swords. King of Swords. And the Prince of Pentacles. I'll just take these. Ten of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Strength. And the Princess of Wands. Prince of Cups. Four of Wands. So let's take all these cards. We've got the Six of Wands. Here, put these cards down. All right, we've got the Six of Wands. Then we got the Queen of Swords. Then we got the Queen of Wands. Ten of Swords. And the Seven of Pentacles. And then we got the Four Swords on the bottom of the deck. So we'll go through these quickly once again, okay? So we got the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Justice, Prince of Wands, Death, the Wheel of Fortune, Prince of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, the Fool, the Tower, the Devil, Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Six of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Swords, Prince of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Strength, Princess of Wands, Prince of Cups, Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, I could sit and interpret that, and we could argue about what the interpretations of those cards are, but why bother? Why bother? I mean, why would the interpretations of these cards matter to me when I don't even want to exist? And the thing is that there's all these tarot readers on YouTube and people who just constantly talk crap. Endless amounts of crap. And they don't give a shit how my life gets ruined. They really don't care. You already ruined my life. The damage is done. I mean, if you have a vase, right? If you have a vase and you hit it with a hammer and it smashes into hundreds of pieces, you know, you could try putting that thing back together again. You know, go buy yourself some super glue and see if you can put it all back together again, but it's going to look like shit. You know? And it may all just fall apart again. Yeah. You could just put yourself a new one, right? Go to the shop, go buy yourself another vase. Yeah. Or whatever. Start again. I mean, that's really how I view my life. It's like, well, you know, this life of mine has been a complete catastrophe. You know, can I just start again or go somewhere else? I mean, let's say I died and then I came back as another baby. You know, like I was born again as another child and I had to go through all this shit again. Why would I want to do that? I wouldn't want to do this all again. If I'm God and I created this universe, this world full of all these horrible people who hate me and want to steal from me, they don't care if I die. Um, yeah, like what the fuck am I doing here? What am I doing? Am I a complete idiot? I must be a complete idiot. That's all I can think. Like who would spend billions of years creating a universe and you know, and all these people who hate me, their only desire is to kill me and destroy me by any means necessary. Yeah, strange that, isn't it? Very strange. You know, I mean, what kind of person would do that to themselves? What kind of person, what kind of God would want to create a bunch of people whose only intention is to murder him? Bizarre. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, really, does it? I mean, obviously, it's a bit more well, yeah. I mean, if you look at things in a very simplistic way, but obviously, I guess things are very complicated. I guess there's a simple way of looking things. There's the simple way of looking at things, and then there's the complex way of looking at things. Um, you know, do I have all the answers to give you? Well, there's the Bible. I mean, if you've ever read it, I mean, it does kind of it does kind of explain how people treat God. Um, God was not happy with people. Adam and Eve made God unhappy. People who worship false gods, people who are liars, um, sinners, people doing all kinds of things they shouldn't have been doing, made God angry, made God unhappy. And here we are again. What a shocker. I'm kind of at the point now where it's like, I've been trying for years, I've been trying to tell people that I'm God. I've been trying to get people to understand who I am, but, I mean, it's at the point now where it's like, I don't really feel like I have the support I need. I feel like I'm not getting the support I need. Um, and I feel like me sitting here making these claims is kind of pointless, really. Um, yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stop posting stuff on Facebook and I'll stop making videos. Maybe give it 3 months or 6 months or a year or something like that. And, maybe then after that, if I'm still alive, um, we can revisit this. We can have another look at it and see what's changed. We can see how, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe, maybe I'll have different thoughts in the future. I don't know. But right now, I'm quite honestly not bothered. I'm not bothered. Well, what does that mean? I'm not bothered. I mean, I hate the world. Yeah, I hate people. Yeah, and people hate me. Does that bother me? Well, it does. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's been bothering me for the last 38 years. The fact that people think they can ruin my life, make my life hell. Um, and they treat me like crap. Yeah. See, my problem is that, well, if I'm God and there are all these people who want to get in my way and be an obstacle, they want to steal from me and they want to try to block my destiny. Um, but those people keep doing it to me. They keep blocking me. They keep attacking me with magic. They keep lying about me and talking shit about me. Well, what am I supposed to do? I feel like a one-man army. Like, what the hell am I gonna do? If you were sent into battle and you were a one-man army, and the other army is, 1 billion people or 8 billion people or something ridiculous like that, how are you supposed to win that battle? You know, you might as well just surrender. Or, um, you know, people say nothing's too big for God. God can handle this. God can handle that. Well, you know, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I really don't know, because it seems to me like I'm not getting the support that I need. You know, if there's an obstacle in my way, well, how am I going to get rid of that obstacle? You know, if I haven't got spirits that are willing to remove obstacles for me, then, you know, if we got obstacles that we can't seem to get out of the way, then that's what it is, right? I mean, there's nothing else for me to say. Like, why am I still trying? I feel like I've tried enough. I mean, I'm sure I can dig and find all kinds of dirt and crap that people have done, all kinds of stupid magic and witchcraft, and you know, I'm sure I can find evidence for all kinds of stuff that people do, deranged, evil lunatics, um, doing crazy things like bin magic and all sorts of sex magic and astrology magic and word magic and bell magic and this and that magic. Look, I just can't be bothered anymore. What is the point? What am I fighting for? A future that means nothing to me anymore. I mean, if you have if you have like a birthday cake and you drop it on the floor and it's all ruined, you're not gonna pick it up and start eating it, are you? You're just gonna throw it in the bin and say, okay, well, whoops. I guess we'll just have to eat something else or get another birthday cake. I mean, what else can I say? What else can I do? Um, I mean, I live. You know, the only reason for years now, I've been watching all these people fight and argue, and you know, people going to war, people dying, disease, poverty. You know, people having all kinds of problems and whinging and moaning about their problems and this and that. And, you know, I live. All I seem to do is live to see people's misery, because I live to see. You know, I, I want justice, and what's going to make me feel better? I mean, if I'm God and people have done this to me, then what is it that I need to feel better? Um, you know what I mean? It's not really much of a life I have, really. I mean, I live to see other people's lives ruined. Um, and I live a life that I don't want to live either, to be quite honest. Um, I hate my life, and I'm sick and tired of living in a world of parasites, horrible people who um, think they can just do whatever they want. Um, and I get to suffer as a result of the choices that they make. I hate it. I mean, if I'm God, well, I can tell you one thing: being God sucks. It's horrible. It's shit. It's really terrible. So, yeah, I'll find something else to do. Maybe I'll go read a book or play a computer game. Yeah, I was playing Talisman last night. I've been playing a bit of Talisman. It's a board game. Um, yeah, I played last. Well, it was early in the morning. I was playing as the. I was playing against the computer, and it was just me and one computer character. I played as the priest against the troll, and I lost twice. Yeah, interesting that. I'm not saying I'm not good at that game. It's just yeah. Maybe I'll get better. Maybe I'll get better. Anyway, maybe I'll do that instead. Maybe I'll just record myself playing games of Talisman and I'll just upload that to YouTube. Yeah, got nothing better to do, so maybe I'll just do that for a bit of fun. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some more subscribers. Yeah, you never know. Doubtful, very doubtful. But hey, I never know. You know, whatever. Upload some crap to the internet. Um, yeah. So I haven't done any Kipper cards. Let's just get some Kipper cards. So I'm no question. I'm not. Like, is it about me or Salvatore or what's Monique or what? I don't care, to be quite honest. Just whatever message wants to come out. Yeah. So we got family room. Gift. Toil and labor. Great fortune. Judication. Thief. And we got main female. Courtship. Child. Bad health. False person. Privileged lady. Marriage. Journey. Mature man. Change. Community. Expectation. Poverty. And imprisonment. And then we got wealthy man on the bottom. So I don't know what the hell that's trying to say. I really don't. But family room. Yeah. Well, I'm in my bedroom. I'm in one of my bed. This is a 3-bedroom house. I'm in a bedroom. My house number is number 12. So this was my mum's house. She's dead. Um, my aunt, who was my mum's sister, my aunt Christine Neal, Doctor Christine Neal, and actually she's actually got a degree in law as well. She's got a degree in medicine and law. She's the executor of my mum's will. So, and because she's using witchcraft against me, she's made it impossible for me to sign for this house. So my house it's been years and years and years. This should have happened years ago, but I'm stuck here waiting because my evil bitch aunt Christine Neal is trying to do witchcraft against me. Oh, and by the way, her house number, where she lives in South Wales, is number 21. That's the number of her house. You see, it's reversal magic, right? Because 21 is 12 backwards. Yeah? So, family room, and then we got the gift. So there's some sort of giving of something. And then there's this toil and labor. Yeah, toil and labor. Well, what I've been doing for the last 4 years, I would consider to be toil and labor. We got great fortune. I've got the money. See, I was given the money. It's just the house. I'm waiting for this house to be in my name, but my aunt, who's an evil witch, she has created a blockage. She wants me to sign with a solicitor. Solicitors. They're called Ward's solicitors. Ward's solicitors. Yeah, that's right. Magic wards. You know what a magic ward is? Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. She wants a war with me. Yeah, that's the thing. She wants war. So if you wake up one day and it's World War III, you can thank my aunt. Okay. So we got the judication. Okay. And then we've got the thief. And then we've got main female. Courtship. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Courtship. Oh, because you see, that's why in the tarot deck, you have the Lady Justice, right? Well, if you're courting someone, that means your intention is to fuck someone. Yeah? But what's that got to do with being a judge? Judication. Oh, and then there's courtship. You see what I'm saying? So we've got the courtship card. And then we've got the child. So that's the thing, I am my aunt, I'm her nephew, right? So, when I was a little boy, she was an adult, right? So there's this child. So we've got courtship and child. We've got bad health. Yeah, well, my health is terrible. Then we've got false person. Privileged lady. Marriage. Well, my aunt, who's the executor of the will of my mum, right? So Dr. Christine Neal, she's married to a man called Donald Neal, and he's a wanker, a real piece of crap. I hate him. So we got journey. Mature man. Change. Community. Expectation. poverty, and imprisonment. So I'm not quite sure where those last few cards are talking about, but there's after the privileged lady and the marriage, there's the journey, and then mature man and change community. So, what does this mean? Does it mean that I have to move out of this house and I have to go live somewhere else? Or does it mean that the community is changing? Or, after we got after community, we got expectation and poverty and imprisonment. So that's the thing, right? Because there's all these people who hate me, who spy on me in the local area. And I think this is what they want for me, right? They don't want me to have a good life. They want me to be poor, and they want me to go to prison. For what exactly? What have I done? What crime did I commit? Oh, I inherited some money from my dead mom who abused me my whole life. And I bought myself a nice car. Oh, why don't you block my driveway and, talk all kinds of crap about me and try to make me feel like I'm disposable trash. You treat me like you treat me so badly. There's all these people just say, and the thing is, I'm God. I'm just simply, I believe I'm God. I say I'm God, and people hate me because of what I say, and they want to fight with me. And that's how it is. Yeah, that's the situation. I don't need to say any more about that. Um, so okay, so what we got here? So do another tarot reading, yeah. Do another tarot reading. Last one. Then I'm going to go do something else. Okay. Okay. King of Swords. Eight of Swords. So, King of Swords. What is the King of Swords? Well, I say I'm God. This says King of Swords. And this says Eight of Swords. So, this is usually interpreted as feeling trapped. Although, obviously, like I said, eight is a food, eight is a word that is associated with food. And this is the number 8 of swords. And the swords is to do with logic and communication. So, I suppose someone could argue I'm talking a load of shit. Which way do you interpret the card? See, that's the problem with tarot, right? It doesn't give, that's the thing. It creates confusion. So King of Swords, Eight of Swords, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune. King of Wands. Then we got 5 of Pentacles, the Devil, Princess of Pentacles, and then we got Judgment, 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so King of Swords, 8 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, the Devil, Princess of Pentacles, Judgment. Well, I don't know what that's really trying to say. I mean, how would I interpret this? I'm the King of Swords. I feel trapped. I am trapped. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, you know, my ex-girlfriend. It says there, it says ex. You know, I've spoken about her so many times. Her wish is for me to die. She hates me. She wants me to die. And the world is like, hey, ex-girlfriend of Grant, yeah, let's join hands with you, and we can kill Grant. We can steal his destiny, and we can murder him. Yeah, that's basically what the world wants to do to me. I mean, that is what the world wants to do to me. And that's my life. Trying to survive a horrible cunt of a world. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, and we got the King of Wands, and then we got the 5 of Pentacles. So financial hardship, or left out in the cold, or this can also suggest outside of the church. So, you know, because there's the 5 of Pentacles, and then there's the Devil card, and then there's the Princess of Pentacles and Judgment, which is because so many people have abandoned me, they've left me to rot, they've left me to die. And that includes people who think that they're a part of some, you know, you know, there are a lot of people who go to buildings and they call it a church. But it has nothing to do with me, because they're not of my spirit. They don't love me. They hate me. They treat me like I'm the devil, when in fact I'm God. So, you know, if all these churches and people, you know, people like you know, John Piper, they oppose me. I can tell that they oppose me. They treat me like I'm the devil. So, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, what's going to happen, my destiny, my fate, what I'm supposed to be is to be the King of Wands, you know, outside of the church, right? So, you know, this is, I'm supposed to, you know, these people who think they have, you know, they treat me like I'm the devil, but they go to a place they call church, and they pretend that they have a relationship with God, and in fact, they they don't have any relationship with me. So, the Five of Pentacles, this what this means is outside of the church. And then there's the devil. And then there's the Princess of Pentacles and the Judgment. Because, that's the thing, the world is full of horrible people. And what am I supposed to do with all of them? But, I don't, my vengeance is I get to be, my vengeance is this. I get to be the devil. That is me getting revenge. But people, I just feel like it's too late for that. It's too late for me to even do that. So if I can't get justice by living the life that I feel I deserve, and people have completely ruined that opportunity, then really all that's left is for people to die and be destroyed. All that's left is to watch the world burn. Whether it's disease or poverty or bombs falling out the sky, guys with guns or whatever, civil war, martial law, tyranny, all that kind of horrible stuff. Well, that's basically because the world, you wouldn't give me anything, you wouldn't give me any other way to do this. So, you're basically asking for the most horrible result possible. So, so be it. Yeah. I don't care. You've ruined my life, and that's what you want to do. So, what do, I don't want it to have anything to do with you. I would, people who have no good intentions towards me, well, all I care, I want you to vanish. I want you to disappear. I don't want to look at your face anymore. I don't want to hear your voice anymore. I've had enough of you. And that's it. That makes logical sense for a god. If I'm God and the world treats me like I'm just, they treat me as if I am disposable trash, and they attack me with witchcraft and try to take everything from me, and try to block me. It doesn't matter what path I try to take, they're always trying to block me and keep me imprisoned, in an invisible prison. Then, what else would a god do in that situation? What would God have to do in that situation? What options am I actually left with? We got so after the Judgment card, we have the Five of Swords. And then we have the Four of Wands. The Empress. Seven of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Five of Cups. Queen of Swords. The World. Six of Cups. Princess of Cups. Ace of Cups. Don't say it then. Nine of Swords. The High Priestess. The Hanged Man. Strength. Six of Swords. Four of Cups. Prince of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. The Hierophant. King of Cups. Six of Wands. Three of Wands. Well, you know, I mean, this is the other, and we've got Death on the bottom of the deck. So the thing is, you know, people wonder, like, well, why would God want to be the devil? Well, you all live like, you know, you're all a bunch of astrology and tarot robots. You know, you all live by the magic of these cards. And if you look at the Hierophant card, well, the Hierophant, you know, people say this is God, this is the church, this is the Pope, this is the High Priest. And he's given the title the Hierophant, which actually means the High Priest of the cult of Demeter. 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 And he's associated with the zodiac sign Taurus. And this is heavily connected with sodomy, anal, sex, magic. Tor us, tor us, tor us. Toro, Tor-O. Tor-O means bull. So people have forced me, God, to battle with this Tor-O, Tor-Us sex magic. And then you wonder, why would God want to do all these things? Why would he want to be the devil? Why would he want to do that? Why would he want to do that? How's that justice? You know, and you call justice, you say, oh, Lady Justice. Lady Justice. So King of Swords, feeling trapped. The Wheel of Fortune. King of Wands. Forgetting about the church, just say, whatever. Be the devil. With these Princess of Pentacles. Judgment. You know, the Judgment card is like all these dead people, i.e. you people, the world, you're all dead people. and you don't hear anything, you don't listen, you don't understand anything I say. Judgment. 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands. So there's this defeat, or 4 of Wands. So this is, community. This is society, people, the world, the communities of the world. 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands. The Empress, or some evil whore. 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords, ruin, betrayal, backstabbing, murder. 6 of Pentacles, sharing, posting stuff online. 2 of Swords, so there's this blockage. It's being an obstacle. It's not seeing the truth. Having your back turned to the truth. Blindfolded. 2 of Swords, X. 5 of Cups, grief, misery, sadness. Queen of Swords, the world. 6 of Cups, Princess of Cups, Page of Cups. 6 of Cups, Page of Cups. A Page of Cups is someone who is horrible. They're not someone you can rely on for emotional support. This is someone who is, they're evil. Ace of Cups, doing sex magic, probably. Ace of Cups, enemas and douching, or sleeping around, and cruelty and sex magic, pain and pleasure sex magic. The High Priestess, the piece of crap, the BJ woman. And then there's the Hanged Man. I mean, what does that even mean? Is he the Antichrist? Is he the Antichrist? What does it mean to be the Hanged Man? Well, if you're a woman, if you're some whore, right? Just imagine some prostitute who hangs around a street corner, and then she gets into some guy's car, and the guy pays her, and they have sex, and then, he takes her back to the street corner. I mean, what, you could call her the Hanged Man, couldn't you? Because that's what she did. She hung out with a man. The Hanged Man. Strength, that's the, this is confused with, lust, and there's the, strength, lust, justice. These ideas, they're all mixed together. 6 of Swords, moving on. 4 of Cups, another, look, asshole. He doesn't want any, God offers his cup, and the asshole's like, fuck, he doesn't want to know. That is the world, right? How do you steal God's water? How do you steal God's water from him? His, God, God is called the fountain of living waters. Well, 4 is the emperor. He's the ultimate authority figure in the tarot deck, isn't he? I mean, if you read the book of Revelation, it talks about the throne of God on chapter 4. And chapter 5, it talks about the throne of Jesus. The lamb who looks like he's been slain. So the 4 of Cups, how do you steal God's water from him? Well, just ignore him. Yeah, ignore God. And then, you find yourself, you're in the magic of this card all of a sudden. You're ignoring God. And God's like, there's my cup of water, the fourth cup. And he's got, the guy's like, I don't want that. I don't want to connect with God, but I'll steal your water from you. And then we got Prince of Cups, 4 cups, Prince of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Hierophant, King of Cups, 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands. So, I can interpret those cards in so many ways. So after the Judgment card, 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands, the Empress, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, the World, 6 of Cups, Princess of Cups, Ace of Cups, 9 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, Strength, 6 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Prince of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Hierophant, King of Cups, 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands. So, it's a world of people who just want to, there's a bunch of whores who want to battle me with sex magic, Lady Justice magic, and yeah, that's basically all it is. And that's it. I don't care anymore. Years ago when I started my Facebook page, in 2020, the beginning of 2022, I mean, the years, it's, every year that's gone past, been so many times I've stopped and I said to I'm getting older. I feel horrible. I feel unwell. And I have to battle all these horrible people and all their horrible magic and all the horrible things they say about me. And they keep twisting the story and they keep trying to take what is mine and give it to other people again and again and again and again and again. You're always trying to take what is mine and you're trying to hand it to somebody else again and again and again. And everyone is, I want to manifest this and I want to manifest that. I want a great life. Who needs God? And here I am, dying. Hoping a world of horrible cunts will listen to me. But they won't. So I quit.